Hello and welcome to Gena Moon. This is your mid-monthly tarot reading between now and the end of the month. All right, let's go ahead and jump right into your dominant energy first. So let's see what's going on for you between now and the end of the month. And you're starting with the dominant energy of the drum roll. You have here the number 4. So if you see the number 4, 444, 404 anywhere, that is a representation where something here that has been aggravating you is about to stabilize. And if you've been worried, or worried or weary, are you stable in the situation? Yes, I see stability is coming. But this also says here, rest and rejuvenate. It's a time for you to take a break, to rest, to rejuvenate, okay, from something or someone. I feel like for a lot of you guys, there's going to be some kind of news that's going to let you know, okay, now you can finally take a break. Because I feel like right now, a lot of you guys, whether this is happening in your love life, career, finances, friends, with family, with friendships, whatever this is, whichever area of your life this is pertaining to, because this is a general reading, I see here that you're soon going to be able to rest, okay, to recover, to reconsider, and to even kind of like save your energy, preserve your energy, because I feel that right now you've been doing a lot. You might be taking on more than your fair share of responsibilities, and you might be feeling right now like one of those balloons, right? When you put helium in a balloon, it's like it's blowing up, it's growing bigger and bigger, but a little bit more than necessary and it will explode. So if this is you, this is about you taking a break from the situation, whether it's an emotional break, right? Whether it's a lot of action that you've been putting into the situation, whatever this is, we're going to see when we clarify. But you also let me know in the comments below. This is also about a reminder, stay in touch with nature. Maybe right now, a lot of you guys have been out of touch with your spirituality, with nature. Give some time to spirituality, to yourself. Maybe you just need to go on your own in some kind of way, take a vacation, rest, recover, go out into nature, take a walk in nature, be around trees, plants, animals, ground yourself. That energy of grounding energy is definitely there. Okay, now let's go ahead and jump right into the tarot. I will be taking a look at your past, present, future position, who and what is coming towards you, what is in your opportunity, and also what is in your challenge position, and how to overcome that challenge. Now, also, comment down below how this reading all resonates for you, because I did tell you guys a few days ago that I had been feeling rather discouraged because the new YouTube algorithm has been unsubscribing a lot of my subscribers. So double check, are you still subscribed to YouTube? If you're not, you can resubscribe. And if you're not getting the notifications, which a lot of you guys have been telling me that you're not getting the notifications, go back to the subscription, unsubscribe, resubscribe, and then you can hit that notification bell and hit all. Because if you do not hit all, then it won't notify you. Okay, again, commenting down below really helps support my channel. Give this video a thumbs up, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Share these videos and let me know in the comments below how this is all resonating for you. Okay, thanks so much for your support. Now let's see, you could possibly be dealing with the sign of Capricorn. I see also the sign of Aries, Leo, double Leo. I see here also the sign of Gemini, but whatever other sign this is, it doesn't have to be specifically these, because remember, this is a general reading. I see here the 3 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So with the 3 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, there's something related to either a negotiation, some kind of, okay, cooperation, let's work it out, that kind of vibe. Because I see here that either this is happening in your work life, career, family life, or with a particular person. There's an energy here that is kind of telling you, or advising you rather, it's better to not burn bridges. Don't burn any bridges. This is going to require some kind of negotiation, some kind of, all right, let's see how we can make this work. Let's see if, we can do a win-win situation instead of a lose-win, or walking away or burning bridges. Again, this could be related to a person, career related, family, whatever area of your life. Now, I do also see that for others of you, there's this energy where if you haven't really been feeling appreciated or valued, either in a career, at your job, in a family situation, in a relationship, friendship, whatever this is, or your idea, some project that you're working on, I see here that very soon, this is going to be kind of transforming, okay? People around you are going to start recognizing your value, what you bring to the table, your skills. Because I see here that when you take a break, people are going to be like going crazy, kind of like they're the ones who are going to be feeling like that balloon, right? So there's a sense here where this is also requiring you to take a step back so that people around you can see what you bring to the table and what your value is. Right now, people may not be able to see that within you or how you're working on this project, career, or relationship because you're doing everything. You're doing way too much. So there has to be some kind of a negotiation, win-win, and or for others of you, you have to start talking about, okay, you know what, this is too much for me to take on. We need to see how we can delegate these other responsibilities to this person, to that person, or between you and a connection, right? Because I see here that people around you are going to start gravitating towards you, recognizing your skills, your value in the company, in a relationship, and you will be getting a higher offer, paying position, but right now you may not see that because you're the one doing everything. However, it is advising you to rest and rejuvenate and reconsider something. Take a break, okay? Let me know in the comments below which area of your life this is pertaining to and what this is all about. Now, we're going to be going into different positions. The first one that we're going to start off here is your challenge position. Let's see how you can overcome this challenge. And for those of you guys who are new to the channel, welcome, welcome. The way that the readings work here on my channel is I do general readings. So this literally can be pertaining to any area of your life: love, career, family, finances, friends, a coworker, a boss, a business, an idea that you have, a project, family members. I think I said that. Okay. So say, for example, in this position here, for some of you guys, this position might resonate for you in your career. For others, this position might resonate for you in your love life. In this other position, that might resonate for you in your family life. This other position might resonate for you in your personal life. You take the reading however it resonates for you and leave what doesn't. Okay. Now I do see here, like I was saying, in your challenge position, there's this energy where right now you feel like giving up. You feel like letting something go. You feel like giving up because either you're too stressed, this is a lot of responsibility for you, or you don't feel like you're going to succeed. You're like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to achieve this, right? Whether it's a relationship, career, love, a goal that you have in mind, whatever this is. I see that part of the challenge is, again, not giving this so much of your attention, because I am seeing that by you giving this situation too much of your time, your energy, your attention, it's kind of making you feel a little bit sad, right? That is in your challenge position, the sun here. For others of you, you feel right now like you're not free. You're not free to do whatever you want. You might feel restricted in some kind of way. You might feel like you're stuck in a situation, or, like, okay, well, I know that I want to do it this way, but you might have to follow the rules, is what you're thinking, right? But what this is saying is perhaps people around you might take on your ideas or whatever it is that you want to introduce to them, talk to them about, as a little bit different or a little bit kind of like, weird in a sense. But I am sensing that you have leadership skills, okay, that you're not seeing within yourself right now. However, what is holding you back is the fact that for some of you guys, you're not believing in yourself. You're not believing in the fact that people around you, yes, maybe initially they may not be ready for what you want to introduce to them, but you cannot allow that energy to hold you back. This is basically telling you, step up to the plate and deliver the message, communicate. Even if it sounds weird at first, even if it comes across as different, I see that eventually people are going to start evolving along with you. Okay, whether this is a person here, a relationship, career related matters, whatever this is. For some of you, you might be dealing with a situation or in an environment where somebody here is kind of like, you see them as a leader. You see them as that person that you have to abide by. They might have rules, structures, regulations. If this is a job, if this is a relationship, career, there are certain, kind of things that perhaps you do have to follow the rule in, okay? And right now you might be feeling a little bit rebellious, like, well, I don't want to follow the rules. I want to do it this way. I want to do it my way. And so that right now might be making you feel a little bit restricted. But wait for something to come to the light, because there's information that's about to come to the light, okay, with regards to whoever or whatever this is. Now, let's go ahead and see what is going on in your your recent past. Or actually, before we go into that, I actually want to use these. So let's go ahead and clarify further. Let's see, what is this all pertaining to? Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, you have your owl spirit, and with the number 43, the number 43 may resonate for you, for some of you, in some kind of way. You see clearly now. So that means that for some of you guys, you may not be seeing all that clearly right now because you're overworked, you're overstressed. And when people are overworked and overstressed, they're not able to see things clearly. So soon you will be able to see things clearly, but this is asking for you to take a break, okay, to rest, to rejuvenate, in order for you to see the light, in order for you to see things way more clearly. How does owl spirit resonate for you? Okay, you have your owl spirit. You see clearly now, okay? And also number 43, 4, 5, 6, 7, you are being protected by your guide, your spirit guide, your angels, the universe. You're definitely being protected. Now, you also have your swan spirit, time for a deep dive. This is telling you it's time for you to either dive deeper into your emotions. Maybe you've been distracting yourself from what is it that you really want out of life? What is it that you really want out of a connection, out of a situation? And so here with swan spirit, it's telling you it's time for you to take a deep dive, right? Whether into a project, idea, give it a go, right? Or take a deep dive into introspection if you've been avoiding that, okay? The number 60 is there. So that could be something related to a situation here where you might be feeling a little bit stressed, but this is about to harmonize for you, okay? So time to take a deep dive into the situation. For a lot of you, that means that it's time for you to take a deep dive into resting, recovering, and rejuvenating your energies. Now, you also have your turkey spirit, give with gratitude and grace, okay? It might be a little bit challenging for you to feel generous right now, maybe because you feel restricted. For others of you, it might be a little bit difficult for you to, be grateful at the time, because a lot of times when people are going through a lot of issues, they forget about the good stuff in their lives because they're constantly having to take care of the problems. So this is telling you, snap out of it. Wake up in the morning and look at what you are thankful for, right? Even if the situation that you're dealing with right now is not perfect, there are things out there like waking up in the morning. That is in and of itself a blessing. Being grateful for that, being grateful for being able to provide for your own home. Okay, living in a safe environment, little things like that, having food on the table. So here with turkey spirit, give with gratitude and grace. And for some of you, it might be a little bit difficult for you to give to something. I feel like it's yourself. I feel like you haven't been giving to yourself with gratitude and grace because you might be feeling a little bit guilty or responsible. Like, no, if I don't keep giving to the situation, I feel like you might feel selfish giving to yourself. But don't think that way, because I see that you've been putting in a lot of work and a lot of effort. 61 is also there, that number of 61, okay? Let me know in the comments below how that resonates for you, or turkey spirit. Now, you also have your lizard spirit in the recent past. So it says here, dream the world into being. So in the recent past here, you had a lot of dreams, you had a lot of desires, yes, I'm going to accomplish this, I want to do this, I want to do that, right? And or with a situation, a relationship, a career, a job, there were a lot of things that you wanted to manifest. I see here that with lizard spirit, you are doing all the work. You were definitely putting in the work and the effort into the situation. And I see here that it was between you and another individual. This person here that you met in the recent past, they were very different to you. Whether the way that they spoke, the way that they carried themselves, their vision of life, or their cultural background, or just, your ideas. You guys came from different worlds. But I see here that this connection was definitely a divinely guided connection. If this is not love-related connection, it could have been a business partnership where you and this person were like, oh my God, yeah, this person is aligned with my mission in a career, in a business partnership, in a project, in a relationship, in a family dynamic. But I do see here that, again, it was a little bit difficult for you to understand one another. However, you did make it work. You were able to understand each other. You were able to work through any issues as far as communication goes, because it was somebody here who was meant to be a part of your life. Now I see here that you did offer something to this person, or they offered you something. For some, you had interest in getting to know them, they had interest in getting to know you, that kind of vibe. If this is romantic related, then there is some kind of an offer here that somebody made to the other, whether it was a romantic offer, romanticism, that kind of vibe. Maybe even having a crush on this person. If this is not romantic related, it could have been that somebody here made some kind of an offer, a job offer, career offer. Let's work together on this idea, on this project, whatever this was. Now, in your present energies here, presently speaking, you have here the Ace of Wands, the King of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups. So right now, I see here that something is about to start, okay? It's a brand new beginning. It's a passionate brand new beginning and a passionate brand new start. I see here that this could be with regards to either a love connection, a friendship. It could be an idea that you have, career-related matters, whatever this is for you. But I see that the sparks are going to fly. You're going to feel the chemistry, the intensity of this new offer coming in, because look at that. That's the universal hand being extended out to you to offer you more of the things that make you feel alive again, that make you feel passionate. If you haven't been feeling very motivated or very kind of, inspired, I see that this opportunity that the universe is coming in to offer you, it's going to inspire you. It's going to invigorate you, motivate you. Okay. If this is also a relationship, some kind of a love connection, I see here that there could be a lot of passionate moments. The passion could be reignited or ignited for the very first time. But I'm also seeing here that it's going to stabilize itself. Right now, there is some kind of energy of a stable energy. Either you finally allowing this process of kind of like, it's like something here that hasn't been stable. It's now going to come in and ground the energies, okay, that lack stability. If this is financially related, you're going to be meeting a person situation here that not only is going to provide for you that kind of energy of, stability in a job, in your career, or in your finances, but I'm also sensing that this is an energy that is going to be very consistent, or has been very consistent. I see that there's a lot of consistency, that energy of loyalty, that energy of, okay, I know what I'm working with, right? Not like, oh, this is kind of like the unknown. No. It's like quite the opposite. For others of you, you're about to stabilize yourself with this new idea financially. If you've been wanting to stabilize yourself financially, I see a lot of progress being made as far as your finances are concerned. For others, you will be meeting an individual here who is very financially stable. This person might be offering you some kind of an idea here where you might want to work with them together as a team, that kind of vibe. But I feel like this individual does have your best interests at heart. I'm seeing here that if this is a love connection happening right now, not only is there love, passion, consistency, stability, but there's also an energy here who feels for the other person, but it's not easy for them to kind of express themselves, okay? If this is not anything relationship-wise, like a romantic relationship, then that just means that there is an individual here who is kind of like, there in the background, but you may not be perceiving them as an important person because they're not very extroverted in nature. Okay, we're going to see what that's all about when we clarify. You also have here the number 64. That might be a significant number for you, not necessarily. 6-4, that is equal to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So something here might be ending and something new might be beginning, because a lot of times when something ends, something new begins as well. Okay, now here, sometimes life stings. What this means for you is that yes, sometimes life doesn't go in your direction, but that doesn't mean that this opportunity is also going to go in the wrong direction. A lot of you guys might be facing some kind of fears right now with regards to this new offer, this new opportunity, and you might be doubting it because at times you felt like, okay, well, if I let the situation go, then those people are not going to be able to handle it the way that I can, or it could just be the fact that, sometimes life stings is a reminder there that, yeah, sometimes things don't go in the direction that you want them to go in, but it's because there's a better way. Okay, so be open to this better way. And I'm seeing here, be open to this opportunity. Don't put any energy of whatever hasn't worked out in the past in this opportunity that is brand new. This is brand new. This is nothing related to something that went wrong in the past. Okay, now I also see here in your near future, let's see what you have here. You have the Devil, the Tower, the World. So yeah, in the near future, you're definitely going to close out some kind of a chapter. I see here that in the near future, this chapter is regarding some kind of a toxic situation, either self-sabotage behavior between you and a person, or you yourself or that other person. It could be in the near future that this is an individual here who is very toxic around you, or a situation, environment, place, thing, career, whatever this is. But it could also be a tendency for you to sabotage yourself. But I see here that you're going to put that to an end. Okay, if this is some kind of a relationship, that could be in the near future, you realizing that you don't want to be a part of that anymore, whether a part of a third party, a part of a narcissist, and the way that they gaslight you, that kind of vibe. And I see here that the reason why you're now going to put this to an end, or it's just going to come to an end, is because there's going to be some kind of shocking news and shocking revelation. Something here is going to come out into the open, okay, that you cannot control. I'm seeing here that this is going to be a cause for a blessing in disguise. And for others of you, this has to do with a situation that you've been ignoring. You've been ignoring the red flags. You've been ignoring some kind of a situation that you might have to detach yourself from. It hasn't been easy, but in the near future, I see here that if you don't detach from it, yourself, something is going to happen where it's going to crumble, because this situation has been built on a very, very shaky foundation. But I do see here that there's a lot that you have learned, okay? Will be learning in the near future. It's going to be like a dead end. You're going to say to yourself, you know what? Even if I want to try or keep trying, there's nothing more in here for me, right? You've learned what you had to learn. You did what you had to do. You gave what you had to give. And again, it's kind of like a dead end. Okay. Now I'm seeing here that also the number 25 is being represented by elephant spirit, 567. So you're being protected. You're getting a lot of sevens here. 777, 707. Learn from the past. So in the near future, this is advising you to learn from the past, because you do have here, again, something toxic is coming to an end. So this is saying that in whatever situation comes out as a shocking news, shocking revelation, that all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, why is this happening in the near future? Because it's going to happen. It's telling you, don't fear, because there's something here that you have experienced in the past that is very similar to what is about to happen in the near future. So don't panic. Ask yourself, okay, wait a minute. I'm not going to panic. I know that this is about to crumble. This is about to close out. This is not good for me. It's not healthy for me. So ask yourself, how is it that you've experienced this in the past, either with a different person in a different situation or with the same individual? And there's a lesson there that you learned in the past that you now in the near future have to apply in order to resolve this. Okay. So again, no panic. This is all about you remembering that you've been through something like this. You've mastered that lesson, and it's about applying it, learning from the past with elephant spirit. How does elephant spirit resonate for you? Now let's go and see who and what is coming towards you in your opportunity. And you have here the Magician, the Three of Swords, and the King of Swords, okay? So I see here that in your opportunity, you're definitely going to have an opportunity to step into the power of the Magician. The Magician here is basically a very powerful energy. The energies are going to be activated for you to start manifesting left and right. That means that you need to really be responsible and aware of your feelings, thoughts, and emotions, because just like you can manifest something really good, you can also manifest something not so good, right? That is the responsibility of the Magician. The Magician, everybody wants to manifest, oh yeah, I want to manifest this, manifest that. But then when people start stepping into the power of the Magician, they're like, gosh, why is it so difficult to manifest? And or for others of you, things start manifesting very, very quickly if you don't guard your thoughts, if you're not sure of what you're thinking, what you are feeling. And if you are not aware that you're feeling something negative, it might just, bam, manifest right in front of you. But of course, again, this is all about keeping those thoughts positive, being aware of your feelings, your emotions, and it's going to be manifested for you. I'm seeing here that also with the Three of Swords here, you're definitely going to have an opportunity to finally manifest healing. The Three of Swords, who and what is coming towards you. Something here might become, because it's in your opportunity, right? How in the world is the Three of Swords here coming into your opportunity? A lot of times people don't realize that when you encounter a difficult cycle in your life that creates a lot of pain, that's actually an opportunity for you, either for one, to grow stronger, to learn a lesson, right? To learn something about you that you did not know. And sometimes these lessons have to come in as something painful, whether it's a third party situation, not for everybody, but I see here that you're going to have an opportunity to transform some kind of pain into some kind of a lesson, okay? For others of you, there's something related here to, let me give you an example. Let's say, for example, you're like, okay, I want to manifest this, I want to manifest that, and you cleanse your energy, you clear your energy, and you start stepping into the power of the magician, and then you go back to work, and then bam, you're fired. You're like, what in the world? I literally just stepped into the power of the magician, and how in the world are you being let go of your job? Don't fear. Don't panic. Sometimes that is necessary in order for you to see bigger opportunities. Sometimes that's how people manifest. But because you're not aware of what the universe has planned for you, they have something better. So don't panic. Even if it causes some kind of a heartbreak, just know this is not happening to me. This is happening for me. Always say that, okay? Especially during this season, between now and the end of the month. I'm seeing here that you're going to master something. Look at that. You're being represented by the King of Swords. This is something here that's going to help you transform some kind of pain into intelligence, into wisdom, right? I see here that you're going to be able to kind of like make a difference in people's lives by how you communicate, because I see here that you're evolving and you're going to start making other people feel a little bit uncomfortable, and this uncomfortable energy comes from you finally stepping into your power. Okay, so even if it feels uncomfortable for the other person, for the other people to communicate directly, still do so. This is telling you, don't wear your heart on your sleeve. For others of you guys, you will be manifesting an individual personality type who comes across as rather cold-hearted, but there's something here that they can teach you. They might be very intelligent. They might have a lot of wisdom. This person might come across as, detached in a way, but there's a lot that you can learn from them as well. Okay. Now I'm also seeing here the number 6, Beaver Spirit. Lay a solid foundation. You will have an opportunity to finally lay a solid foundation in this situation. If there has been something that has been set on a very shaky ground, shaky foundation, and it's crumbling, falling apart, with Beaver Spirit, you're finally going to be able to lay a solid foundation. For some of you guys, the reason why this has not been laid in a solid foundation is because you still need to heal. Don't ignore that healing energy. Sometimes you need to heal in order for you to start focusing in on setting a solid foundation in your career, in your love life, in your family life, whatever this is. But I see here that you're going to have an opportunity to lay a solid foundation in an area of your life. And here with Beaver Spirit, I feel like this little cute beaver, look at that. I mean, he's so cute. He's like defenseless, but yet he knows how to set a solid foundation. So even if you don't believe in yourself, even if people around you, might not believe in you, you need to believe in yourself, right? Even if you're that little beaver, okay, you're able to set a solid foundation so that others can learn from you as well. Now let's go ahead and start clarifying. So let's first start clarifying the Three of Pentacles, and you have here rest and rejuvenate. So what is this all about? All right, let's see. Oh, that wanted to flip out. Yep, I knew it. I knew that was going to come out at some point. So here you could be dealing with the sign of Pisces. Doesn't have to be whatever other sign this is. I see here that you've been feeling very burdened, like I mentioned at the beginning of the reading, right? It's like you're feeling like a balloon, they're putting helium on you. You're feeling very stressed out. You feel like you're carrying all this burden. This burden could be responsibilities. It could be emotions. It could be thoughts, feelings, and emotions also that have been unspoken. And so this is creating some kind of either mental anguish dilemma inside of you, and or this is actually creating a lot of drama outside of you, because when you don't resolve that anguish within you, you subconsciously create it on the outside. Your subconscious mind pushes that energy of conflict out onto the outside, and it starts creating drama in your life. So again, it is very necessary for you to rest, recover, rejuvenate, reconsider something, take a step back, take a vacation, give it a break, okay? Because you've been doing way too much. Now, I'm also seeing here that people around you might be in competition. If this is a third party situation, there might be some sense of competition going on here. Okay, people around you wanting to compete for your attention, or you feeling like you're in competition for somebody else, whatever this is. This could be involving a business, a career. It could be money that is involved in this situation, whatever this is. It could also be a marriage or a commitment. Let's go ahead and clarify what that's all about. You can also let me know in the comments below. So here we have chasing. So whether somebody here is going to start chasing you, which I did mention. Remember I told you the minute, the moment, the second that you take a step back, people around you are going to start realizing what you bring to the table, your worth and your value. Since you're not realizing it right now, for a lot of you, you may not be realizing how strong you are, how powerful you are, your presence, your energy, okay? Because you're doing way too much. So it says here, chasing, regretting their past actions and realizing that letting you go was a huge mistake. Whether somebody here letting you go from work, from job, from a project, or they're kind of dismissing your ideas, right? The minute, the moment, the second that you're like, you know what, I'm out, or I'm going to take a vacation, I'm not going to give this the same energy that I was giving to it before, they're going to start appreciating you. They're going to start chasing you, calling you, texting you. No, but we can't do this without you, right? If this is also a relationship, then look at that. Somebody is going to start chasing you, okay? Of course, this could be vice versa. You take the reading however resonates. Let's see what's going on here in your present energy. Tell me more so about these present energies. And you have here the Eight of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Swords, Eight of Swords, and the Four of Cups. So I do see here that for some, this could be money related, career related, or you're working on a project, a career, whatever this is. But I am seeing here that, again, you are very focused. You're very focused, okay? However, you're not seeing the results. You're like, oh God, I keep putting in the work. I keep putting in the effort into this career, job, project, relationship. And you're like, it's just not giving back what I'm putting in. You're like sitting there waiting. Is this ever going to happen, right? Some of you guys are sitting there telling yourself, am I doing this just because? Am I wasting my time? Should I continue wasting the time? Should I continue investing into this person, project, career, relationship, idea, whatever this is? This is your victimhood mentality taking over, making you feel like you're, doubtful. Your fears, insecurities, doubts, making you feel like you're stuck, when in reality, the universe is saying you're not stuck. You need to be honest with yourself about the situation and stop ignoring the issue, the red flags, because the universe is literally sending you all of these swords of truth in order for you to cut off that blindfold and that rope of denial. Once you stop denying the reality of things, once you stop making up excuses for people around you, for why you have to continue putting in the work and the effort when in reality you know that you don't, or for some of you guys looking at the truth of that person, okay, you're going to be liberated. And as soon as that happens, you're finally going to get the offer, right? The offer that you've been waiting on, that you've been working so hard for. The offer for a lot of you, it's already in front of you, because we are clarifying your present energy. It's literally right in front of you, but you keep ignoring it. You're not looking at it for what it is. Why? Because either some of you guys are bored with the process, you keep doing the same old thing over and over again, and this is telling you have to do things differently, even if it feels uncomfortable. That's when you're going to get this blessing. That's where you're going to see this offer, job offer, career offer, expansion offer, love offer, whatever this is, or some kind of offer here where you've been looking for some kind of help from someone, or from some other direction. Okay, it's already in front of you. This is a wake-up call. This is literally a wake-up call. But again, I do see that for some of you guys, if you're the one making an offer to somebody, that person may be ignoring you, neglecting you, because you keep pushing your offer. You keep doing the work. You keep putting in the work and the effort. And that person's just like, okay, well, you're going to take care of it anyway, so I'll just sit here. You know? Let me know in the comments below what that's all about. Let's see, you have here nervous. Some of you guys, if this is you, you may be nervous to make that offer. Whether, you know, to start something new. Okay, you might be nervous to start that project, that book that you've been wanting to write. You've been nervous to express how you feel, to talk to people around you or a person about what your ideas are. If this is a work-related situation as well, you might feel nervous. You make, okay, let me read it this way. If this is you, okay, you might be feeling very nervous, but then again, excited in a very good way, because you're afraid to approach this subject, you're afraid to approach this person, or you're afraid to share what you feel and what you think. For others of you, if this is a person here close to you, or, you know, that you're dealing with, whether career-related, love-related, family, whatever this is, they're the ones that are feeling nervous around you, and or soon will be feeling nervous when you take a step back. It says here, nervous. You make me feel nervous and excited in a good way. I am scared to approach you. Look at that. He's sweating. That little puppy face is sweating. Okay? Nervous. Now we're going to be going into the extended reading. And in the extended is where we dive deeper into the situation, into the other person's subconscious thoughts about you, their deeper feelings, emotions for you, their next moves, actions towards you, how this entire situation is all going to develop and turn out for you. And we're going to go ahead and get a final message from source. Okay, so that final message will tie everything up for you. If you want to watch a link to the extended, you can watch that link to the extended down in the description box below. You will find that link. For any personal readings, also, you can find the link to my personal readings down in the description box below. And check out all of your monthly readings, your mid-monthly readings, all of your last week's readings, blessings readings, love readings. You can find all of those links to your sign down in the first comment that I pinned down below as well. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, comment down below. Take very good care of yourselves, and until next time, bye-bye. In the extended reading, I go into the other person's subconsciousness, their deeper thoughts about you, their deeper feelings for you, their next actions, moves, and more. And thank you all so much for all of your positive feedback for the extended reading. I am so glad that you guys are loving the extended reading so much. So again, if you want to check out the link to the extended, the link is down in the description box below. And I have partnered with Psychic Source so that you can receive 10 minutes for only $10 and an additional 3 minutes for free. I'm not the one doing the readings on Psychic Source, but you can choose any psychic of your choice. You can choose to either talk to them online or call them. Make sure to use my special discount code 26489 at checkout. The link to my Psychic Source partnership is down in the description box below. And check out my website at genamoon.com. Click on shop. I do have new jewelry pieces, rings, bracelets, crystals, necklaces, and so much more for both men and women. So check that out at genamoon.com and click on shop, and follow me on Instagram at Gena Moon Official, as I will be posting more on there.